What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 5 in my 10th annual 31 Days of Horror, a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween, and continuing along with our 5th and final review in our Arrow Video Spotlight. I decided the best way to go out with the Arrow Video stuff is to review one of my all-time favorite films that made its 4K debut fairly recently, and that, of course, is 1990's Tremors. Arrow Video put out this really awesome box set here. It is only the first film. I would have liked to see, like, all the films, but the first film is by far the best film, and it definitely deserves this awesome 4K treatment. First of all, I really like the cover art, and I'm always not a huge fan of Arrow's cover arts, but I think they do really good work sometimes. I love the style of box that they use for these. It's very similar to the Bird with the Crystal Plumage box that I had earlier, as well as like the Hills Have Eyes box and Last House on the Left box. It's like a box set for one film. It comes with a booklet. There is an absolute insane amount of special features on the back there. It would take me forever to read them all, so I'm not going to. But yeah, this is an awesome 4K edition. When this first came out, it seemed to almost go out of print immediately, but it turned out that they just didn't have enough stock here in the States to actually meet the demand. So I ended up only getting the Blu-ray, but then when I realized that the 4K was back in stock, I gave the Blu-ray to Carly, and I got the 4K because it's literally one of my favorite horror films, so I had to get the 4K. But anyway, Tremors is an absolute classic. It is a monster film, a creature feature, if you will. Has a great setting in the desert. It follows this buddy duo of Val and Earl, who are sort of these like handymen that work in this place called Perfection Valley, which is a very, very small, like 12 population little town of people, and they work as handymen there. They're kind of sick of it. They're kind of burnt out of it. They decide that they're going to get out of there and head to Bigsby, which is a nearby town. It's not super nearby, but it's the next closest town. And this is all in a desert setting, by the way. And I believe it's in Nevada. On their way out, they run into trouble. Basically, there is something killing the people around the area. It almost starts out as like a slasher film, but it eventually evolves into this sort of creature feature film. And the creatures are these mega giant worms that live underground, that have tentacles in their mouth, that have mouths in their mouth. You know what I mean? And they basically pull people under the ground and eat them and whatnot. And it's up to these two sort of idiots in a way, but likable idiots, to save the town and kill the monsters. You also have a fantastic supporting cast in there. First of all, the leads are Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward, and they are awesome. But you also have Michael Gross as Bert, who went on to carry the franchise down the road. Reba McEntire is in here, and a bunch of other cool types of actors and character actors and stuff like that. I really, really love everybody in this movie. It has one of the best, like, casts for a film like this. Like, everybody gets a fair... like, you know a lot about every character, even if they aren't the main character. And it really does feel like a tight-knit group. And Val and Earl together are amazing. Like, the way they play off of each other. Whenever I watch a movie that's one of my favorites, I always try to pick up new things. And one of the things I picked up this time is like the faces that Earl's character, Fred Ward, makes throughout the interactions and stuff is hilarious. Like, he has a lot of really funny facial features. So that's awesome. The graboids themselves, which are the monsters in this film, if you've never seen Tremors, please do yourself a favor and check it out, are like literally some of the coolest creature designs ever, because it's all practical and they look amazing. Like, it is so cool what they came up with for this film. They use a lot of miniatures and and full scale, prosthetics and stuff like that. I mean, the special effects are outstanding in this film. Even when the graboids are moving underground, it looks so cool. There's some, things that remind you of like the film Alien in here. The mythology they set up with the monsters is very believable and very fleshed out. The romance isn't pushed too far down your throat, so it actually feels kind of natural, and you kind of like where it goes. It doesn't. It's not obnoxious like most romantic interests in movies are. The buddy horror element to this film is like some of the best ever. It does have like some action moments, and it's not like 100% a horror film. I just feel like it has like so much going on that it doesn't really fit into one genre. It's like horror, sci-fi, action, adventure, like a buddy film. It's set in a desert. Like there's just so much going on in Tremors that really is like a perfect movie to me. But the 4K looked outstanding. Very good job to Arrow Video on that. It's the best the movie ever looked. And yeah, dude, I mean, I love the film. If you've never seen it, check it out. So with that said, I give Tremors a 10 out of 10. I could just sit here and talk about it all day, but instead, I'm going to go watch some movies. So see you guys tomorrow with... Who are we doing tomorrow? We'll find out tomorrow. It will be a new company, so let's get into that, and we'll see you guys next time.